Hello and welcome to day 4, Essential Self-Care Skills to Thrive Through the Holidays. We have already learned how to give ourselves permission to say no to perfection and to fear and to numbing out and avoiding. We've learned how to use tapping techniques to calm and reset our nervous system. We've learned a lot about mindfulness and paying attention to our thoughts and how that impacts our daily life. And today I get to welcome Susie Day from Blooming in Midlife, and she is going to share her passion and her certification skills in essential oils and how we can use them to manage joint pain, calm everyday stress, and to brighten your holiday. So a big welcome, Susie Day.
Thank you, Hillary. I'm so happy to be here.
And as always, our participants are welcome to be on screen, and thank you so much for being muted. You all are pros at this. Susie, I'm going to read your bio just so I don't leave anything out.
Okay.
All right. Susie has been on her self-care journey for 15 years plus. Since she entered midlife and was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, also known as RA, and it's an autoimmune condition. Susie discovered and drastically has benefited from energy medicine, food adjustments, essential oils, meditation, and a lot of other self-care practices that we're discussing in these 2 weeks. So now Susie is an autoimmune mentor, and her passion is to really help other midlife women dealing with autoimmune conditions by sharing these simple self-care practices. Susie is certified in aromatherapy, energy medicine, and skincare formulation. And she's got some free gifts for you, and I'll give you those details at the end. So, Susie, are you ready for my 3 questions that I ask all of our participants?
Yes.
All right. What does self-care mean to you?
Well, I think self-care really means knowing that you're the one that's going to take care of yourself. Nobody else is. So often we look for outside people or outside experiences to make us feel better, give us what we need emotionally, physically, all of that kind of stuff. But the bottom line, it really comes down to you. It's up to you to give yourself permission, first of all, to give yourself care. And that means, lovingly talking to yourself, taking care of yourself physically. I could go on and on, but I think the bottom line is just give yourself permission to give yourself self-care.
Well, I really love that. And sometimes we have to learn how to love ourselves. Sometimes we have to learn how to take care of our hearts, of our minds, our bodies. And we're not just these separate parts, we're all one being. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And could you share one challenge or example that you experienced during the holidays that kind of motivates you to remember your self-care practices?
Well, for many years, I was kind of on I hated the holidays. I was like, couldn't wait for them to get over, because several years ago, I was let go from a job the day after Thanksgiving or the Monday after. And it just left this yuck in my energy system. And for many years, the holidays would roll around and I just dreaded it. And I've really learned a lot of the things that we're talking about in this self-care series, the mindfulness, learn tapping, and essential oils that I talk about. And just those little things can help bring your system back into a balance and help release that negative energy. So now I'm excited about, really, this is probably the first year, to be honest, that I'm excited for the holidays. So
Wow.
It took a while, but I didn't learn. I mean, for so many years, I didn't know I had these options of mindfulness and tapping and all of the essential oils. So,
well, now I love that we are sharing hope with people that might have these negative patterns and associations and stress with the holidays. You're not alone on that. And
that's right.
So it sounds like this is really why this topic is important to you, because it's been such a part of your solution and strategy to really turn that around. Did I get that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It took a while, but some things are worth waiting for.
Mhm.
And
Well,
plus
because I knew our topics today, so I've got my essential oils ready. I've got my diffuser ready, so I can be
awesome.
kind of the Vanna White. This generation knows who she is, and I can
Wonderful.
be a support. So I'm turning it over to you, Susie. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Hillary. Thank you guys for being here today and sharing your afternoon or not afternoon, but for the next 30 minutes or so with me. I really appreciate your support and your interest in what I'm going to talk about. So, essential oils have been a big part of my life, and with the autoimmune, I do have some joint issues, and one of the blends I'm going to talk about later is a pain blend for the joints, and man, it works wonderfully. I could sleep a lot better through the night. So anyway, let me go ahead. I've got a few slides that I'm going to share with you. It kind of helps keep me on track, and it's kind of fun to look at. So I'm going to share those slides with you now. All right. So essential oils for holiday self-care. Really, essential oils and self-care in general is good for all year round, not just the holidays, but the holidays tend to be a little more stressful for various reasons for a lot of us. So that's what we're talking about right now. So really, before essential oils, a lot of us are cranky and don't feel good or have pain. But after essential oils, the pain is released and we're happier and we're better people. So just like to start out with a little humor there. But what are essential oils anyway? Essential oils come from all types of plants. And if a plant has an aroma, it's considered an aromatic plant. But before you dive in and start using essential oils, there's a few safety tips that you need to keep in mind. The first safety tip is the amount of drops that you put in per ounce. So if you have a 1 ounce or a 6 ounce, you're going to have obviously different amounts of drops in each. And before I got my certification, I started using essential oils, just kind of learning some things, and I was making some beauty products and some facial, anti-aging stuff. And I thought, well, gosh, if a few drops makes me look a few years younger, maybe half the bottle will make me look 25 again. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And I only just caused myself some problems, had some irritation on the eyes, and my skin was breaking out. So, I tried, but it didn't work. So that's one thing, the amount of drops. The next safety consideration is carrier oils. Most all essential oils need to be mixed with a carrier oil of some kind. And that can be coconut oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, because neat essential oils on the skin can cause irritation. So you really, probably lavender is probably the only one you can put on neat, because lavender is a pretty mild one, so it would cause irritation, but you wouldn't want to use a lot for a long term, maybe like on a bug bite or something like that. Storage is very important too. You need to store your oils in a cool, dry, dark place. Excuse me, I recommend the refrigerator. That just keeps the integrity of the oil, and the oils will actually last longer as well. Excuse me. Breathing issues. If you're going to diffuse essential oils, it's best to not do it if you have COPD or asthma or any kind of breathing issues, lung issues. And so also, if anyone in the room has it, you probably don't want to diffuse essential oils. Kids under 5, don't put it on or around kids under 5, and pets. Never ever put it on the fur of a pet. And if you're going to diffuse, make sure that the room is very well ventilated so the pet can leave the room if they don't like it. There's basically 2 ways to benefit from essential oils. One is to breathe them in, and that's from diffusing, from a personal inhaler, from a room spray, a linen spray. And the other way is to apply them to your skin for any kind of body pains or discomfort. And essential oils are also really good to include in other self-care practices like energy medicine or body and beauty products, meditation. It's great. Like I said, I've got my lavender diffusing right now to kind of keep the mood calm for me. You know, we all get a little nervous on camera. And before I start talking about the three essential blends that I'm going to talk about, you're going to get copies of those 3 blends. But I'm also offering you another gift, and this is a 5-part email series called "Discover and Grow Confident with Essential Oils," 5-part mini series for autoimmune. And it's a great little series that just helps you get started, shows you how many drops to use per ounce. It talks more about the safety issues, and it's more detailed, dives a little deeper into essential oils. So I hope you all grab that. And again, we're going to do, you'll get the recipes or the blends, excuse me, which is another word for recipe in the essential oil world. 3 simple and effective blends. And the first one is for joint pain. Then we have an inhaler for calm and balance the mind, and then a diffuser that can add energy and balance to the room. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now so I can show you a little bit more about what I'm going to talk about here. Okay, so the first one is the Move with Ease pain blend. It's great for muscles and joints. And typically you just want to use a little 1-ounce bottle. You'd be surprised, oils last so much longer than you think, so you don't need to make a really big bottle. This will last me a few months or more, and I put it on every day. But you just want to have a little dropper for this one. And then I encourage you to make a label. This one just says pain blend, but I would encourage you to put the date and the ingredients that you put in this particular blend. If not on the label, I would write it down someplace else, and make sure you know what's in this bottle, because sometimes we just forget what we put in that bottle. I actually have mine written someplace else. That's why I don't have all that other information down. So I know what was in this bottle. So the pain blend actually consists of a carrier oil called trauma oil. And trauma oil has a unique blend of 3 oils: arnica oil, St. John's wort oil, and calendula oil. And these 3 oils, actually, they're anti-inflammatory, they're tissue healing, they repair all kinds of nerve pain and trauma to the body, and they're also skin healing and nourishing for the skin. The 3 essential oils that are in this one are German chamomile, and this helps for aches and pains related to inflammations for muscles, joints, and tendons. The basil oil is for pain, inflammation, and for spasms. And then black pepper is for rheumatic pain, sore muscles, pain, and stiffness. And this one's also anti-inflammatory. And you don't have to worry about writing it down. You're going to get a copy of all of this. So that's the pain blend. The next blend is a calming inhaler. Personal inhalers are fabulous to have on hand, because you can carry this with you and use it whenever you're feeling a little anxious or scared or whatever. So this will help calm the immune system. And we actually have a plastic inhaler that has a little cap on that goes on the end. And then this is a little cotton wick where you actually put the essential oil drops right on the cotton wick. And then you put it in the inhaler and put the lid on. And then you take the top off, and you'll see there are little holes in there. And you basically, so you just inhale this, and it gets right into the immune system and goes to work right away. And it's nice because no one else has to smell the blend. It's just you. It's your personal blend. And you can make personal blends. This one's for calming. But if you have a cold, you can have a personal blend to help you breathe better, like with some eucalyptus or peppermint. That'll kind of open the airways. Again, with the breathing issues, you got to be careful. Like eucalyptus is not good for someone with asthma. Excuse me. Another inhaler is a reusable inhaler. Pardon me, I need to take a drink.
While Susie's taking a drink and getting the moisture back in her mouth, I just want anyone out there that's catching this on the replay to know that any autoimmune dysfunction, there's so many, there's a whole list of them, and it's just when the body is attacking itself. And oftentimes it's brought on by it could be a disruption in your hormonal system. It could be thyroid related, pituitary, and other hormones, but it shows itself in how we eat, in how much rest we get, how we're taking care of ourselves. And so usually when the body is attacking itself, oftentimes you need to go back to getting to those basic, how much stress are you experiencing? How are you eating? Are you resting? Are you getting the just right amount of exercise and not too much? So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And that's basically what I did with my RA is I introduced energy medicine, essential oils, and changed my food intake. And it made a world of difference. It was just awesome. So back to the inhaler. So this actually is a reusable inhaler. And it comes off, the bottom comes out, and there's a little glass container here where the wick goes in. I like the reusable one because it is reusable. It's easy to get in and out of. Whereas the plastic one, once you put that cap on, it's really, I haven't figured out how to get that off. And so you're kind of, I mean, you can probably drop some oils in the tip there, but I don't know. I like the reusable one the best. And it's prettier. Okay, so that again, used the same way. In this inhaler blend has Roman chamomile and lavender. Now you notice in the pain blend, it had German chamomile, and this blend, and that's for like pain and inflammation. And the Roman chamomile is more for soothing and relaxing. So when you see the word chamomile as essential oil, you got, what are you getting? Sometimes if it's just chamomile, it's going to be mixed with other ingredients. And so in order to get the best essential oils, you want pure essential oils. And the Latin name will determine what chamomile it is, German or Roman. So Roman chamomile is in this one. And this has soothing qualities, and it encourages to relieve stress and encourages relaxation. And then lavender helps to balance all the systems in the body. It's excellent for sedative and healing effect on the nervous system, helps calm and soothe anxiety and fear. So that is the inhaler blend. Now the last blend, and I know Hillary has a big diffuser that she's going to share or hold up and show. Diffusers come in all different shapes and sizes, and that's a pretty cool one. I like that. Does the lid come off? Yeah, and then you just put the water in there, put your drops in there, and you want cool water. It doesn't heat the oils, but it helps diffuse them and puts them out into the air. Now I have a large one too in the background, but I also have this little one, which is great for smaller rooms. And you just put the water in here, and the smoke comes out the top. And then there's really small ones. There's reed diffusers. I'm sure you've all seen those little bottle with the little sticks sticking out. That's a reed diffuser, and you put essential oils or blend inside that. But I have a holiday blend that I'm going to talk about. Pardon me, I've had a frog in my throat, excuse me. This blend's called Pepperminty Diffuser Blend, and it has peppermint oil, which helps to get your energy going, helps to experience alertness and a positive mental state. And it also has lavender, which helps to balance the body's energies and help calm and soothe fear. And this is a good combination because it lifts up and gets people feeling positive, but it also helps calm everybody. So it's anybody that's cranky around, that you're going to be around for the holidays, you can do this blend and they're going to have energy and they're going to feel happy but calm at the same time. So it's a good all-around blend. So those are my 3 blends. Again, you're going to get copies of those blends. And now I just like to open it to any questions that anybody has.
Well, I just wanted people to know I did drop them over in the chat. And in case on Zoom you're not familiar, you can go to the chat and the 3 little dots on the side, you tap it and it'll give you an option to save the chat. If you're somewhere where you can open up and click on the links that we've got, if it's turned blue, then it's active, and that will pull it up into your desktop, and then you can save it later on to take care of that. But I will also send it out as an email to everyone that has registered. So I'm really grateful for Susie's generosity. And before I open up to all Q&A, I just wanted to kind of offer some clarifying question opportunities to anyone who's catching the replay on, first, for me, what is energy medicine, Susie? I don't really understand that concept. That's new for me.
Energy medicine is an ancient healing practice. And it's really about moving energy that's in the body. If you think about it, I mean, we're energy. Everything is energy. Everything has some form of energy in it or on it, around it. And so for me, that energy that was stuck from losing my job, I mean, it was just stuck in there so bad. And I just dreaded the holidays, like I said. But when I started learning about this and started moving the energy, things just really started to open up. I was able to release that energy. It can help release headaches, pain. Sometimes, like I had a toothache for a while, and there's a Qigong movement that moves energy called scissor fingers. And you just move your fingers like it's like 2 scissors, and you break, and basically I'm like the toothache's here and I'm breaking up the energy. So I'm breaking it all up and just doing, and then I pull the energy out, pull that pain out, brush it off my hands, and then I put energy back in. Or actually, you want to do this because our hands have electromagnetic energy in them. So rub your hands together like this. Everybody do that. And then put your hands together. Can you feel that energy in the middle? You kind of feel it. So if you do that and then put the good energy back in, that has helped me relieve that toothache pain and other pain. So energy medicine it's an interesting practice, but it's like 3,000 years old. So it's definitely not something new. It's been around, very effective practice.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. And I'll read Matt's question. He might be at work, Dr. Matt. And he said, any help for me if I'm the cranky one for my poor family members with holiday gatherings? Energy medicine might be the ticket along with essential oils together.
Oh, absolutely, Matt. I would get a personal inhaler. And that way, if you're the cranky one, you can calm down, and you've got this, you'll get this inhaler blend. And also on each page, there's a little place that says get your products and supplies here. So it'll take you, so if you don't know where to get the supplies or the essential oils, it'll take you to my page, my blog, and it will show you, there's a list of all the blends, and you just click on there and you can grab your stuff there. So as far as cranky, I really have to show you this one, Matt. Maybe I can show you later, but it's to release energy, and it's I don't know. Do you want me to show it to you now?
Well, I think that might be a whole nother workshop where
it really
teach
is
us all those strategies. So we'll just focus on the
really
essential oils for now.
Yes.
And just know that it's possible to change the energy inside your body, which then
Absolutely.
changes inside your mind and inside your space around you, and how that can have such a positive kind of domino effect for other people, because when we're thinking and believing in ourselves, and we are, people say, oh, energy work sounds so woo woo, but the truth is, even wood has energy in it because it's just living cells. And just like plants have energy inside them, and they will also make food, that we have positive and negative ions, electrons, protons, all of that stuff together. So that's really important.
That's exactly right. You know, the mindfulness in itself and the tapping, that's energy. When you tap, you're moving that energy out of the body. So all of that is a form of energy medicine. We already did experience that on Monday with Leah's workshop. So
that's right. That's
yeah.
really good. Okay. Well, I'm going to put in the final link to connect with Susie in the chat. So then it's there, and I will turn off the recording because, as always, we like people to feel comfortable in the Q&A, and it's a bonus when you show up with us live. So we still have 6 more days of this. We're Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we get to be empowered at work by Lee Campbell, who is one of our members. She is speaking to us about how to bring up issues with your comfort in the office and at work. And then next week, you're going to get the chance to learn how to make your own foot soak, or your own soak, actually, with one of our members who makes all natural skin and hair care products. You're also going to learn some financial self-care and how to not have the uh-oh after the holidays with one of our financial experts. Also, we have a specialist coming in to talk to us about better sleep and less stress, which again, all times of the year, because that's part of our lives. And then we have a special mindset coach with an executive and ADHD coach. And then I'll be wrapping it all up next Friday with our how to take care of yourself when you're a caregiver, which can be whether you are a spouse, a parent, a friend, or if you're in the medical field, you are then a caregiver. And that's why it's essential for us to practice our own self-care and nurturing. So thank you for those who are joining us live. Thank you if you're catching us on the replay. I would love your feedback and appreciate it. And I will send out the little survey for those later on.